Now, in this session, I will give you one simple assignment related to JavaScript and then HTML events and then DOM tree. Now, my requirement is first you need to create a page with the name calc1.html, and inside this calc1.html page you need to create X text box, Y text box, and then add button and then result text box. Now my requirement is when the end user gives some data into this text boxes, and when the user is moving the mouse on top of the add button, I wanted to call a JavaScript function. So we'll be creating some JavaScript function in the calc1.html file, and when the user is moving the mouse on top of the button control, we need to call the JavaScript function. But observe carefully here, my requirement is I don't want to call this function when the user clicks on the add button, right? So when the user is moving the mouse on top of the button control, that point of time I want to call the JavaScript function. That is my requirement. Okay. So for doing this or for achieving this, you need to identify proper HTML event. That is the main task over here. After identifying the event, then from that event you need to call the JavaScript function. So in this JavaScript function, what you need to do? You need to get the reference of this text box, read the text box value. You need to get the reference of this text box, read the text box value, and you need to get the reference of this third text box, and that addition of these two numbers has to be placed over here. That is my requirement. So probably you can easily write the code for reading the data present in these text boxes, and probably you can able to easily place the data into this result text box. The major point here is calling the JavaScript function from the corresponding event. That is the important thing. So obviously we will be writing some code inside the JavaScript function. Now I want you to implement this coding on your own in the Visual Studio or maybe in some other tool, and after that obviously in the same video I will be showing you the solution also. Now I will show you the solution for this assignment. I opened my Visual Studio. I am creating a new website. So in the new website I am selecting ASP.NET empty website. I will give the name of this project as JavaScript DOM assignment 2. Let me click on OK. Once I click on OK, obviously new project will be created. So after creating the website, I will try to create the page now. Let me select HTML page. I have given the page name as calc1.html. After creating the HTML file, we must create the user interface something like this. I created X text box, Y text box. In the next line, the btn submit, and in the next line, I created result text box. I missed br over here. I just typed br. So obviously result text box will come in the next line. Now in the header portion, obviously we must write script. Type text/javascript, maybe some function. I'll call the function as fn2. But anyhow, you remember, instead of giving some dummy names, it is recommended to give appropriate names for the functions. So in my case, I'll go for fnadd function. So tell me when to call this fnadd function. Obviously when the user is moving the cursor on top of this button control, I want to call the function. So to achieve this, first we need to check what events are available in the button. So I recommend you to click on spacebar. Once you click on spacebar, you will get the IntelliSense window. The IntelliSense window, probably you can able to see the list of events. So these are the events: on about, on blur. So something like this, there are a lot of events are there. So now your task is you need to identify which event is suitable for calling the JavaScript function when the user moves the mouse on top of the button control, or you need to identify which event code will be executed when the user moves mouse on top of the button control. So do you think that on change will be executed? No. Okay. So when the value of the text box or button control is changed, that point of time on change event will be executed. So which event will be useful for calling JavaScript function now? Or you tell me which event will be executed when the user moves mouse on top of the button control. Observation is important. If you observe all the functions, you will see the appropriate event, probably. Yeah. So which one will be executed? Guess. Easily you can guess that on mouse over. So yes, this is the right event. So from this event we need to call the JavaScript function. On mouse over, obviously we must write fn add. Now obviously from the on mouse over event I am calling the fn add function. Now tell me what I should do in the fn add function first. First of all, it is recommended to verify whether this JavaScript function is properly called or not before writing the actual code. So just for verification purpose, I'll use alert. I'll say someone called me. Now I will verify whether the call is going to the JavaScript function properly or not when the user is moving the cursor on top of the button control. So what I will do here is I'll save this code. I will send this code to browser. Now my browser will be receiving calc1.html page output. Once the browser receives calc1.html page output, now I have to just move the cursor on top of the submit button. You observe, I'm just trying to move the cursor on top of the submit button. Slowly I'm moving. Call is coming or not coming? Obviously yes. Someone called me. I have typed a spelling mistake over here, but anyhow it is fine. So if you observe carefully, when I am moving the mouse on top of the button control, call is coming to JavaScript function. If you want, you can verify. Call is coming. So it means that I identified the right event. Now we have to write the actual coding. So what is the first step? First we must get the object reference of the first text box. How to do that? Document dot get element by id of tbx. Similar way, where v2 is equals to document dot get element by id of tby. After this, I have to get the reference of the result text box also, where v3 is equals to document dot get element by id of tbres. Now after this I'll write where v4 is equals to, now I need to read the data present in first and second text boxes, and I need to perform the integer conversion. Parseint of v1 dot value plus parseint of v2 dot value. So we have to directly store this v4 data into v3 text box. So I must write v3 dot value is equals to v4. That's all. So once the code execution is completed, obviously you must be able to see the result in the third text box, result text box. Let me verify this. Now I will send the calculator1.html page code to the browser. First I will give some data into the text boxes. Let me go for 50, and in second text box let me type 58. You can type any number. Now when the user moves the cursor on top of submit button, probably I can increase the font a little more. So now I will move the mouse on top of the submit button. So if everything works fine, my JavaScript function has to be called and the result has to be stored into result text box. Now you observe, yes, the function is being called. That is the reason why we are getting 108 over here. If you want, you can change this number and again move the mouse on top of the submit. Am I getting the result? Yes, you can able to see the changes over here. In case if you are not believing, I recommend you to debug the code by placing the debugger keyword here. So anyhow, I don't want to do it. So if you want, you can do it.